Yo, what's up guys? It's NLG here, and today we have episode 29 of the local to global series. I hope it's 29, if not then I've made a big mistake. We have 9 grand in the bag. Woo! We made profit, yay! And today we have a big episode with some big debuts. Ooh, we've got some new talents coming in to NYCW. Isn't that funky? Last month, what happened? Well, Eli Everfly beat Jake something, Everett beat Stallion, Space Monkey beat Kylie Ray, Jacob Fartoo beat Matt Fitchett, Dickinson beat Briggs because of Fartoo, and in the main event, Tracy Williams beat Matt. Fine, Cal. Tonight, we have some huge action, so let's get right into the show. We kick things off with the double debuts in front of 450 people. In a bout that had a decent reaction from the crowd, but subpar wrestling, David Finlay Jr. debuts, defeating Britt Baker by pinfall in 13-12 with a Celtic Cross. Baker gets an average on her old school face gimmick. Finlay gets an above average. Ooh, drama. The match got the show off to a strong start and it got the crowd. Baker gets a 34 to Finlay's 32. It annoys us that he's got a comma in his name there, and I've only just noticed it, and that's going to annoy me very much. He improves in performance, which is lovely to see. And David Finlay Jr. is off to a winning start here in NYCW. We then have a 35E+, where in a poor match, Eli Everfly picks up his second victory in NYCW, and it's in a row as well, as he defeats Ho Ho Lun. Remember him? He was in the Cruiserweight Classic. He was also at North this year, and he was actually really good and had a really good match, so yeah, be sure to watch it. He beats him in 12:34 by pinfall. Ho Ho's gimmick gets an initial rating of average, and this was the Christmas show technically, so I can't believe I didn't call him Ho 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 Lun. I'm quite disappointed in myself now, but Eli gets a 37 to Loon's 24, and what can I say, a solid match there as the show really starts picking up with a 41D next. Is in a decent match, Matt Fitchett defeats Sugar Dunkerton in 14:39 by pinfall with a moonsault apparently, but then he puts him in an Achilles lock and taps him out. Our ringside correspondent Nathan Nathanson got that one wrong. Sugar only gets a 20. Fitchett gets a 51, it gets a crowd hotter, and that's what I meant last episode when I mentioned Sugar's stats. He's just not getting good ratings, and he's much better than a 20, so it is really weird to see, unfortunately. We then have a 48D+, where in a decent match, the Amazing Red debuts. What? And he goes one-on-one with Andrew Everett for 14 minutes and 11 seconds before falling victim to a shooting star press, as the 7'4" Andrew Everett gets the victory in a 48D+. Red gets a 41, Everett gets a 45, and we get the crowd buzzing as we go into our huge semi-main event. This is a big semi, and it's giving me a semi. Yeah, we go. Who have you got? Have you got Josh Briggs or have you got Jacob Fartoo? Well, if you said Jacob Fartoo, you are wrong, because if you said Josh Briggs, you are also wrong. As in a good match, Jacob Fartoo drew with Josh Briggs in 11:32 following the double disqualification. So it was a big match. Fartoo gets an impressive 65 as Briggs gets a solid 44 in this 57C- matchup. Fartoo improved in performance as well. Boy, he's a big boy. In the synopsis of the match, if that's the right word, I can't speak for shit right now. But basically the two start fighting each other straight away, and Briggs is like pow and Fartoo's like pow, and they're just punching each other repeatedly like pow, 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 and then they start kicking each other. And do you know that spot where two big wrestlers start lariating each other and they like bounce off the ropes and start lariating each other, but neither man can drop the other to the floor? Yeah, they do that. And Briggs can't drop Fartoo, Fartoo can't drop Briggs, so Jacob pokes him in the eye and takes control that way, and then the two fight and they spill outside the ring, the ref gets knocked down. Briggs takes off the turnbuckle pad because he just wants to hurt Jacob at this point. Jacob low blows him, goes for the moonsault, Briggs rolls out the way. They get chairs, and as the ref's pulling himself up to his feet, he sees that Jacob Fartoo throws a chair at Briggs. Briggs throws a chair at Fartoo. and then the ref calls it quits. He's like, nope, double DQ, fuck yous, I'm off. So the ref runs to the back as the action really heats up because he's scared of both men, which is quite understandable. And the two have a brawl for 5 minutes. 5 minutes exactly, 71C plus it gets, which is a really good segment. But yeah, the two keep fighting, they keep throwing chairs at each other, the brawl through the crowd. Josh Briggs throws Jacob Fartoo into the bar, he takes control, and then he chokeslams him through a table, which is conveniently there, must have been set up at some point. But yeah, he chokeslams him through the table and demands a championship match next month at NYCW 30. He wants his title back. Just like Fartoo said last month that he wants his shot, Briggs wants his. Next month, Josh Briggs wants either Tracy Williams or Chris Dickinson. Who will be the champion? Let's find out in 3, 2, 1. Just kidding, we'll find out now. As in a 53C minus and a belt that had good heat and piece of wrestling, Tracy Williams defeats Chris Dickinson in 17:42 by pinfall with a pile driver to make defense numero tres of his heavyweight title. Dickinson with a 49 to Tracy's 48, 2 solid ratings. As we round up the show with a 53C minus, we're going to praise you. Is there anyone else that needs praised? Fuck it, we'll compliment Josh Briggs, because he never did get complimented when he was champ. But yeah, so a 53C minus is an excellent show when you think about it. And you've got a feel for Dickinson, he lost his belt, he lost King of New York tournament final, and he's lost to Tracy here. Maybe that'll be his final shot at the gold for a little while. Where does that leave him now? Because surely he's fallen down the pecking order. And for Tracy Williams, where does that leave him? Because he's just beaten Matt Sydal and Chris Dickinson in back-to-back months. He beat Will Ospreay the show before that. He's beaten Shane Strickland as well. He has beaten pretty much everyone. He's beaten everyone that's been put in front of him realistically. And when you really do look at it, who's left for Tracy Williams to fight? Well, he's had a challenge from Josh Briggs. He's had a challenge from Jacob Fartoo. And I can announce that at NYCW 30, it will be Tracy Williams defending his championship against Josh Briggs and Jacob Fartoo in a triple threat match. There is no disqualification. So this time Briggs and Fartoo can't get each other DQ'd. So if they want to throw chairs at each other, that won't give Tracy Williams the championship. So if one of their men is going to have to pin each other. Now sure, Tracy Williams, he may not be as big as the other two, but that doesn't mean he's not as dangerous. He's just beaten Chris Dickinson twice, he's beaten Strickland, he's beaten Ospreay, he's beaten Fitchett and Sydal. There is nobody that man cannot defeat. But Josh Briggs and Jacob Fartoo, you've got to argue that they're the two most dominant forces in NYCW history. And so for our 30th show, let's have a little celebration, because Amazing Red will team up actually, because fuck it, we're going special today. The Amazing Red will team up with Matt Sydal to take on Davey Vega and Matt Fitchett, because if we've made profit in the last 2 months, we might as well blow it all in one go, because fuck it, YOLO, you only live once. So thank you all for watching, ladies and gentlemen, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Who do you think will leave 30 as heavyweight champion? Comment